Hey guys, how you doing? It's boy MKS here. This video, as the title suggests, is going to be about connecting together or uniting together all those who wish to support African tech and trying to build a network where we work together. I think, as I was saying, two heads are better than one, and I think millions or even billions of heads are better than just two. So I'm a great believer that teamwork makes the dream work. So I think if all people from Africa work together in technology and all the companies that want to support Africa work together in technology, it will also encourage big tech companies as part of their PR, hopefully, to want to invest in African tech or to go to parts of Africa and to set up businesses in Africa and to work on tech, to work on developing Africa's tech. So I'm hoping big companies, I know they're already there, kind of like Microsoft, Oracle, IBM, I'm sure, is in Africa, and many companies like that. So I hope to encourage many more to have like investment conferences in South Africa, and if Africans can work together, make peace with each other, and sort of tackle the divisions they have and all that, and work together on technology and empower themselves, and how like technology can be a goal that they can all, all work towards, or work on together, and So yeah, I'm hoping, like, that's the idea I thought I'd share, is like to connect, because there's many organizations which hope to help African technology, or even if it's part of their PR and they're only doing it for company reasons, or that hopefully there are people who actually genuinely want to help, just because, and I think technology is one way to help Africa as a continent and the people of Africa to improve their situation. So if they're empowered in careers in technology, it can help them to it can help them to overcome some of the other problems. So they have careers, so they can. I hope it will help them tackle poverty, crime, and other such problems. And as I say, it can help to tackle some of the divisions if countries within Africa are united together. I don't know if that's a naive idea or what you think of that idea, but I'm a great believer if they work together. One, it can tackle some of the divisions, as I say, and two, it can tackle some of the poverty and things like that, and it can help them to have more jobs, more businesses, and growth. And hopefully develop the continent, and as I say, different companies can do that as part of their PR and things like that. And as I say, I like these quirky little ideas, like being an Italian football fan, as I talked about before. Maybe like Africans can help Italy to practice in football, and in return, Italy helps them in terms of like fundraising for technology and things like that, or even people in Italy who are good at technology could go to parts of Africa, so there can be some sort of exchange. I know that's a bit quirky idea, but out of the box thinking. And maybe Africa in October next year could host specific events for dyslexia and technology, or dyslexia and enterprise and things like that, where it looks at neurodiversity in technology and how people with dyslexia and other neurodiverse conditions can think of unique ways to solve problems. And I'd love to bring football clubs that I love together to sort of kill two birds with one stone, or whatever that means. Well, as the saying goes, like, in other words, take on two challenges in one or something like that. I think that's what it means. But so like, I hope it will support the football teams I support to improve, but also and win more, and also at the same time support African technology at the same time. Sorry if I'm not being coherent, but yeah, I'd love to hear what people think. I know I talked before about Asia, potentially in like Asian and African events where I forget the name of them, but where Asian and African look at how they can work together and have conferences and summits and all that sort of stuff, and talked about how Africa can say, you know, if you train our young people, then we'll support you politically or in business and all that. But we specifically want to empower African technology, technologically in the fourth industrial revolution. And the good thing, I think, is that they're already kind of Africa's own versions of Silicon Valley. So it kind of already is started up. So it's not really that you're starting from zero, but that there is already something started that can be worked on, if you know what I mean. So I'm hoping that all these organizations can work together and sort of believe in Africa, that Africa can develop technologically wise. So like some people who are already quite good at technology in Africa can teach other people. So it's like the ones who do well can teach others. So they can teach each other and be united and support each other. And also anyone who wants to see Africa do well and believes that technology is a way to help Africa to develop. But I wish to support Asia in other areas, like maths or science or like engineering or fundraising, support poor people in Asia to learn English or develop their skills. Because English is a global language, so that can help. That can help them a lot to develop their. That can help them to develop their. Just laughing at my own clumsiness. Sorry. That could help them to develop their employability. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, for some reason, I've wanted to take on the challenge of supporting Africa specifically in technology, and I've seen lots of YouTube videos where. And I've subscribed to and shared and liked a lot of those videos where it shows what has already been worked upon, and yeah, I just wish to connect together the different organizations and bring them together and make them work together as one, because I think that would make it stronger than if they work separately. So all 54 all possible people from all 54 countries, like 1 billion people uniting together and working together to support Africa's infrastructure technologically wise. So as I said before, I think that working together, people can do a lot better than, even if one person's really hardworking and really intelligent, will probably be a lot easier if they work together. As one rather than a separate entity. So I hope that makes sense. I'd love to hear other people's ideas, and like if we can share and connect everyone who wants to see Africa do well in technology and lead, or at least compete in what they call the fourth industrial revolution. I'd love to see them do really well. and share ideas and learn from each other, things like that. And I wonder if, I'd love to hear in the comments anyway, any of your opinions, like if you think that Africa, those who think Africa can't do well, those who think Africa can do well, or that what they need to do is believe in themselves and also like work together. And some people might say believing is the first step, and believing in things that don't seem realistic, but when you work towards them, especially as a group, they seem unachievable until someone or some people eventually achieve those things. And as soon as those people achieve it, then people realize that it's actually achievable. Yeah, I think like a lot of people put out obstacles and say in the way and say that it can't be done. But another way of looking at it is why not? And people from Africa perhaps, and people from the Black diaspora, or people of colour perhaps even, need to perhaps show to other people what all the stereotypes about Africa being stupid or lazy or thick or dumb or whatever the people say about them, or that they can't get along or that they can't build things. I think that should be more of an incentive for people from Africa to actually say, you know, we want to show that we can achieve those great things. And, you know, hopefully to prove those points wrong. So hopefully, as I say, hopefully I wasn't waffling, and hopefully I made some decent points. Sorry if I'm a bit tired, and like I think sometimes problem, although sometimes I like to go and see different places, sometimes when I go abroad and I come back and all these plans, it's like difficult to actually, I don't like to be negative or say it's jet lag or anything like that, but sometimes like it's difficult to get back into the old ideas that I wanted to work upon, because I've heard that entrepreneurs, like business people, whatever you want to call them, don't actually like going on holidays. I'm not sure if that's true, but like they like to work and they're driven and all that. They like to actually work so hard on their businesses. Not like I don't class myself as a hard-working person. So, and I love the irony of this working, because like I'm not very good at technology myself, so it'd be quite ironic if someone who's not very good at technology finds ways to help people in a developing country. So I think that yeah, I love the irony. I don't know if other people see that would be quite ironic. Someone who's like a tech phobe, or certainly not particularly tech literate or that great at tech, supporting people from parts of Africa, or all 54 countries in Africa, to do well. Like to me, that'd be quite a great irony, but in a positive way anyway. Similar to my publishing idea, like dyslexic people working on a publishing idea, especially dyslexic people from Africa and Asia, where it's not very well known, but where dyslexia is not very well understood, which is probably not really understood in any country really, but that well by most people, but it's even less understood in Africa or Asia. Anyway, I'm probably waffling, but yeah, so the point of the video, I know, is really just to say I hope to connect all the people who support technology across Africa to come together and work together on, and Africans generally to work together on improving the infrastructure and things like that. And perhaps working together, like not in tribal systems or things like, even like, as I say, the Black diaspora around the world, and using people's prejudice or hate to actually make a positive. I call it making a positive from a negative, which is to say that all the it's similar to dyslexia actually, funny enough, because all the things that teachers or peers, I probably mentioned this before, I'm sure I have, but all the things that peers or teachers say, your fellow classmates or even teachers, as I say that you're unteachable or that you're not very good, and to prove them wrong, I think is something that should be addressed driving force to push you forward. So I think it works with a lot of dyslexic entrepreneurs. I know I said I won't mention dyslexia till October. I'll try not to, but sorry, my battery's running low. Just a second. Sorry. Oops. Yeah, sorry. But I just thought it's coincidentally people with dyslexia, as well as people from Africa, are called stupid or lazy or thick or dumb, and I think that's the incentive to prove them wrong. Like in Africa, you have the tribal system or things like that, and the rest of the world probably doesn't see Africa in different tribes. It just sees Africa as one, and all the negative things people say online, like about Africans generally. I think that to me should be something for Africans to say, yeah, you know what, let's prove those people wrong and work together to actually to prove them wrong. Sorry if I'm not if I'm a bit tired, I'm not coherent, but excuse me. Sorry, but to say Africa can do well. I call it AfriCAN, CAN in block capitals, to say they can do well. Now, I think as humanity we put obstacles in our own way or each other's way, rather than actually we believe that so many things are impossible, when actually I think people, if they push themselves a bit more, would find that they're probably not impossible. Except for me giving up tea. But anyway, hope this video hasn't been too long, and I hope someone out there enjoyed it. I really appreciate any support you get. Again, any money from this video, if it ever does make enough video, I'm not saying it will or not, but if it does, it'd be great. But I will donate as much as I can I will donate any profits from this video towards the development of technology in Africa. And I think that covers all my thoughts. Didn't mean to waffle. Sorry, I meant to keep this video quite short, but unfortunately I failed on that objective. But yeah, hopefully it will make a lot of good, and it will support African tech, and hopefully in the future, as soon as I get a chance, I will make some about Asian entrepreneurs and indigenous entrepreneurs and the other groups I wish to support, disabled people and other groups. Peace and love, guys. Hope you have a good day or night or evening, depending on where you are in the world. And as I say, if you do support African tech, please support this video as much as you can. Thanks.